Okay, welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's August 7th. Good to be with you. Let me know where you're watching from. Point it down in the chat if you got questions. You can also put those into the chat and I will try to address them as quickly as possible. All right, we got a few of you jumping in on here. We waited a little bit, try to get everybody going here, but let's go ahead and dive in, talk about the forecast here. Wrong one here. Kind of a gloomy start this morning. It is gray, it has been misty. We're waiting for this cold front to completely mix out of the state, but the clouds have been kind of lagging a little bit. So it's been a slow go of it. Here is one of the NDOT cameras there on the south side. Pretty gray there. A little misty. Roads aren't wet, so that's the good news. That's supposed to be from the Salesforce Tower, and it's not a great look. It's also the NDOT camera, another NDOT camera there. There's kind of a good view of what it looks like right now from downtown. I mean, it's just kind of gross looking. And it's still muggy outside for sure. So not the prettiest of days. Numbers are into the upper 60s to around 70 degrees this morning. That is a couple of degrees cooler than this time yesterday, so that's some good news. Dew point numbers are still elevated into the mid 60s. So anything, again, above 60 is humid. The dry air is up north, and that's gonna come down our way here eventually. Those 50s around Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, that's very comfortable air, and eventually we'll be able to get some of that coming our way as early as probably tomorrow afternoon. Here's kind of the forecast for the next 5 days, where you can kind of see we're into that uncomfortable range today and tomorrow with our dew point numbers into the mid 60s, kind of where we stand right now. But look how quickly it drops off Thursday night, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're incredibly dry with the air. So it's going to be very, very comfortable. Hey, Don, yes, it is noticeably better. The sun is kind of like the lack of sun is really kind of helping things right now. But we'll eventually get some sunshine later today, and so that you'll notice the difference for the second half of the afternoon. What's interesting about all of this is you can see the cold front that it marched through, and some of you got some thunderstorms last night. That is now having a tough time sliding down to the south, and the big reason why is because we still have Tropical Storm Debbie that is basically just stalled out along the Carolina coastline, right? So it's kind of log jamming everything from progressing eastward, at least temporarily. So that's why we have the cloud cover. That's why we have the mist that's kind of lagging around a little bit with this trough that's still just down to our south. Eventually that's going to work on out of here, and we'll eventually get some sunshine. I'll flip back over to, let me go to the satellite imagery here. Again, just kind of really highlighting. Let me turn on the highlights here.
Sure.
That's not exactly what I was looking at. We got some people jamming out in the other studio. Oh yeah, that's cool. A little jazz. So this is the low cloud deck, though. And yeah, you can kind of see where the low cloud cover is hanging out. I mean, it's not quite fog, but it's a low cloud deck. Got 3/4 of an inch last evening. Oh yeah, Don, it's gonna be a good day for it. It's still a little humid today, but it's obviously not going to be as hot. So, did want to give you an update real quick too on Debbie. Debbie still is a tropical storm. It is stalled out, as I mentioned, so it's having an indirect impact on our forecast here. Not real organized, but you can see some pretty heavy rain off the coast of the Carolinas. Check out some of the estimated numbers This is a 3-day rainfall, but really a lot of this fell over the last 24 hours for parts of northern Georgia, or the northern coast of Georgia, and then the South Carolina coast, over a foot between Savannah and Charleston. Wilmington is now probably closing in on at least 3 inches of rainfall, and they're going to see more. Our in-house projections are putting Wilmington probably close to a foot when it's all said and done. Hey, Aaron, good morning to you. But even inland, Charlotte could potentially see up to almost a foot of rain, half a foot around Roanoke, well into Virginia. So the nation's capital could see 3 to 4 inches of rainfall out of the system. It's a slow mover. That's the big problem. It has an immense amount of rain, but it is an extremely slow moving system. And so that's what's creating some big issues down in the Carolinas here this morning. For us today, I think it's a lot of cloud cover. We'll be into the low 80s by around 4 o'clock. That is 10 better than yesterday in terms of cooler. Actually, it's a little bit more. We hit 92 for a high. Our feels like temperatures were close to 100 for much of the afternoon. Dew point temperatures, though, keep an eye on that. That's in the upper 60s. It's way up there. So it's still uncomfortable. It's not the low 70s like we had to deal with the last couple of days, but it's still elevated. 63 tonight, partly cloudy, cooler temperatures. I think outside of the city, it's actually going to feel a little bit better, especially up north. You're probably going to see some numbers into the upper 50s. Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie. Fort Wayne might have you get up to around 61 degrees, and then mid 60s down in southern portions of the state. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day. I think it's sunshine from start to finish. Mid 60s at 9 a.m., 78 at noon, 84 for your high tomorrow. Humidity is still noticeable, but it's not horrible. Okay, so it'll actually be pretty decent. Low 80s to the north, mid 80s here. Could be closer to 90 degrees down in southern portions of the state. Aaron, because you asked, we're going to get to the weekend. I think starting Friday into the weekend, unbelievably nice weather. 79 for your high here in Indianapolis. On Friday, the humidity is down, and that's going to carry over into this upcoming weekend. It is just going to be really, really good for the extended here. Look at this weekend. 78 on Saturday, and Sunday we're around 80 degrees. So it's really, really good. Look at those overnight lows. Mid 50s Saturday morning, upper 50s Sunday morning, upper 50s Monday morning, and right around 60 Tuesday morning. So these are going to be days here where you can actually you can give your air conditioner a little bit of a breather here, and just enjoy what should be very comfortable air across the area. Aaron, my pleasure. Thank you for stopping by. Going to the Moreland Free Fair Friday evening, always a good time. Weather will be perfect. Absolutely. Yes, it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful weather. In Moreland, if you're going to the State Fair coming up here this weekend, Colts game this weekend. Also want to remind many of you, if you're new to the live stream, this is wide open. So if you have any questions, this is your time to ask. This is a pretty laid-back chat. Doesn't always necessarily have to be weather-related. But I stick around here for as long as you guys want me to. I don't have anything left to do until 10 o'clock this morning. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have, or we can just chat it up for a little bit. So I stick around as long as I can. What else? Oh, I'm also streaming on YouTube. Those of you that prefer YouTube over Facebook, you can also go over there as well. Sheila, Cancer Survivors Day at the State Fair Sunday. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful forecast for it if you're heading out there. It's going to be good stuff. I know a lot of people went yesterday because it was $2 Tuesday.
Oh.
Pretty hot, though. Lemon shake-up would have been...
yeah.
Luckily, the nice thing about the State Fair is There are a lot of air-conditioned buildings, though.
There are, and I feel like too, like I bought a lemon shake up one time. I think you get like a discount if you just go and get another refill or something.
Oh, really?
I feel like yes.
Huh.
I don't think I'm making that
Do you
up.
think they do that with the Bloody Marys?
No, maybe not the ones with all the food on them, right? Don't some of them have like
Garnished with with a whole cheeseburger?
With a whole cheeseburger or something. That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Yep. It was. What else we got here, gang? Indy 11 playing tonight. It is Mike night at the Mike. They're wanting to set a record for the number of people named Mike.
It's genius.
It's awesome.
I love it.
So if your name is Mike, you don't have to be a soccer fan. Just go. Just go. Yeah, that's really about it. I don't know if I have anything spectacular. I can look at we can kind of dive into the extended a little bit more. Oh, let's. So let me bring this up here. We'll go, so this is the National Blend of models. No real significant heat to speak of here. Weekend obviously is going to be wonderful, mid-70s, even Monday to open up the week. And the worse it gets on average is lower 80s. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that kind of thing. So I am not bringing the heat. I am done with the heat, Joe. Joe. Absolutely done with it. I don't want it anymore. What we got here? I'm glad we won't get all that rain from the tropical. No, we won't. We're completely missing out on all of the rain from the tropical storm. In fact, what do I want to show here? In fact, we really don't have any significant rain chances over the next several days. I mean, check this out. This is the radar estimates here for the next, 7 days? Yeah. Next 7 days. And, I mean, obviously, what stands out to you is the East Coast. I know the legend is being hidden right now. Let me turn off the banner. So, I know that's probably tough to see, but the areas in red in the east, they're getting, what is the max here? Oh, that's in, I don't want to look in millimeters. That doesn't help. It's like, why does it say we're going to get 40 inches of rain? That's not true. This is more like it though. I mean, but 8 inches kind of in this brown area here. But notice there is literally nothing in the next 7 days here. So, pretty dry. Pretty dry. How are we on rainfall for the spring into summer? I believe we are actually a little bit above average now after all the rain that we had end of July and then early on in August with some of those downpours, depending on where you were, because not everybody got that rain, but yeah, I mean, we're in such better shape now that the last drought monitor, well, I mean, I can show you. Hang on, let's minimize that. So this is the drought monitor. We'll have a new one come out tomorrow. And my expectation is we probably don't have any yellow on here. I think we've had enough rain that we're probably out of the drought. 30-day percent of average is pretty considerable here. Yeah, 124% against the average. It's pretty much that way over most of the state. You know, 120 to 150% more than what we typically get in the last 30 days. So, yeah, we've been running pretty high. What else do we have here, gang? Fire away with your questions. Don't be shy. We'll stick around for a little bit. So I know it looks ugly now, but it will get a little bit better today. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy it a little bit. Hopefully the kids can enjoy the day a little bit. I know it's been kind of rough the last couple of afternoons when the kids are getting home from school. It's been pretty hot. Happy to do it, Don. I appreciate you guys sticking around. All right, we'll stick around for a couple more minutes. If we don't see anybody jumping on, we'll call it for the day. But just a friendly reminder that we do this Monday through Friday, right around 8:30. We stream on Facebook and YouTube. I'm trying to get on to X. It's a little bit more of a cumbersome issue to try to stream on Twitter or X, but eventually we want to try to get there. So just trying to get all of the avenues there, and I know probably this will be maybe even a little bit more popular when we get into a more active weather pattern. I started doing this and it hasn't been all that active yet. So we're only a few months away from you know what showing up, and those always seem to be a little more popular when we're dealing with any winter weather. So all right, gang, I think that'll do it for today. Make sure you like or follow either Facebook or YouTube or both. Always appreciate that. And hope to see you guys here again tomorrow morning. We'll do another morning weather chat here on Facebook Live and on YouTube as well. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.